And this is very important in reference to history and the media, and the fact of history in reference to my mother and father. Now, my mother and father and grandparents owned a lot of land in America, so this is important in reference to mansions. Now, my family history in reference to my mother and father, and my grandparents, they were two of the richest families in American history. Old money and European history plus, The satellite man's blowing through the mouth. They're still hitting me in the teeth right here. And so, in reference to the point of information, this is very serious in reference to the crimes of government. The activity of their people manipulating and their people trying to play tricks, which is their activity of defrauding me and their activity of manipulations, which, back to the point of my mother and father and grandparents, in most cities and states, they owned the largest mansions and the most mansions in most cities and states. In reference to my family history, is that not true? We need that information published in the historic museum, or it might already be in some of the historic museums, but it needs to be published in the media too, in reference to the history of the situation. So, in reference to government or the activities of government, it needs to be documented. And the history, nothing's ever for sale. I'm the owner of my mother and father's mansions, and my parents owned the largest mansions in most cities and states, which including my grandparents' mansions. So that has to be advertised and that has to be known. And so in reference to government men trying to play stupid, their ethics need to get tested, whether they were intentionally trying to cover up mansions and blocking me from mansions. See, somebody will try to say these people was blocking me because they were trying to force me to sell. Can't sell nothing. I'm the owner of everything forever. And, my parents got murdered and then my parents was frozen. So, in reference to the government trying to muscle me and mutilating or damaging anything on my body, they sure in the hell would not have any legal right trying to control anything. So, their activity of their manipulations is treason and violations of law. So, it's kind of like their intentions is a crime. Like they were trying to muscle me to try to force me to sell. They kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions, and then they were trying to claim they were trying to play these tricks.